Hey guys, it's me again, and I'm back with another review, and this time it's of The Nutty Professor from 1996, directed by Tom Shadyac, and it stars Eddie Murphy, Jada Pinkett Smith, James Coburn, Larry Miller, Dave Chappelle, John Howes, Patricia Wilson, and Jarmel Mixon. And the film starts out with Sherman Clump watching a video of Lance Perkins, who's one of the characters he plays in the film, but only on the TV screen, not like the others where they're all in the same room. So he goes to work, and it turns out these hamsters got free because he accidentally knocked the hatch as he was leaving the release mechanism. He ends up getting the right telling off by Dean Richmond, played by Larry Miller. And he's told that they could be getting a big investment from Harlan Hartley, who wants to give $10 million to a school. So he goes back to work as usual, and as he's writing things on the board, his belly's rubbing it off. The school laugh at him, and a lot of this has to do with being overweight. And you can tell with Clump that he doesn't want to be overweight, but it's just the way he is at the time. He then meets Carla Purty, who's a woman who he gets a bit infatuated with, and he really, really likes her. So he decides to ask her out, and they go to a comedy club where Dave Chappelle, who plays Reggie Warrington in the movie, is one of those comedians that makes fun of people. You know, like, oh, this white guy's in the wrong place. You know, stuff like that. You know, oh, stuff like your mama's so fat and all this stuff. And he attacks everybody, and Sherman realizes that he's possibly going to get attacked, so he gets up to leave. Well, he drops something, bends over, and the comedian makes fun of him. So he gets quite upset because it focuses on him. And this is one of the most emotional scenes in the movie, because not only is it funny to a degree because Dave Chappelle's quite a funny guy, but it's also quite depressing when you see Sherman's face and his reactions, and you see how awkward it is for him, especially considering he's on a date with Carla. And he takes her home, and when he leaves, he just lets himself get wet. So he wants to get things sorted. And the reason they've got the hamsters at the beginning of the film is because they're doing research on how to make an overweight people get thinner. And through DNA of a hamster called Shelley, Shelley's this hamster which is like this big. And then there's the top body then, and there's the belly bit, which is quite funny to say, because he goes like this constantly. It's lovely looking hamster. I wish I had a hamster like that. Probably would die because he'd be overweight. But anyway. So he takes the formula, and Buddy appears, Buddy Love, so this is basically like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, because Buddy is everything Sherman isn't. He's confident, he's exciting, he can do things that Sherman can't, and he returns back to the comedy club, and at the comedy club he goes one-on-one with Reggie, and so forth. And through the movie, what happens is there's this real fight between Sherman and Buddy. And Sherman's the lovable one, but Buddy's the exciting one. Will Carla like either one of them? Will she realise that they're both Sherman in the long run? What will happen? How will she react? Her relationship with Sherman and Buddy is quite interesting, because she does like Buddy, but she likes Sherman. But there's certain things that puts her off of both of them to a degree. As for the rest of the family, at the dinner table at Sherman's mother's house, Mama Clump, you've got Grandma Clump, Ernie Clump, Papa Clump, who are all played by Eddie Murphy. So Eddie Murphy at the table plays 1, 2, 3. He plays 5 characters at the dinner table. And it's a really cool thing to see, because not many characters can play 5 different people in the same scene. But Eddie Murphy's so great at that. And we see that again in Norbert. In my view, it's one of Eddie Murphy's greatest moments. This movie is one of those films where Eddie Murphy was at the top of his game. It's got great comedy timing. It's got a great cast. Even his assistant, Jason, played by John Howes, is awesome. He wants to help Clump. Will Clump let him help him? Will he not? Will he end up Buddy? Is Buddy better than Sherman? Is Sherman going to be happy with who he is in the long run? You find this all out in this movie. Some of the funniest scenes are with Buddy, though, and most of the heartbreaking ones are with Sherman. So overall, I think this is a well-paced movie. You never get bored watching it. It's got that 90s comedy feel to it, but in the right sense, not in the kind of dated sense, but in the sense that you could watch it 4 times a week and you won't get bored because there's so much to it. And like I said, great characters, great love interest in Carla Purty, great cast of characters. It's not too big, it's not too small, and you really feel for the characters. And I think that's what makes this a great comedy as well. The storytelling is awesome. In my view, this is an awesome movie. I highly recommend watching it if you haven't. It came out in 1996. I'm sure loads of people have seen it. If you haven't, you should go out there and check it out. It's cheap on Blu-ray. I got it for $5. I hope you enjoyed the review, guys. So, as always, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And thanks for watching. Bye, guys.